So the title of my video is not clickbait. I 100% believe it. So the crowd reaction on Friday Night SmackDown, it helped me realize this. I mean, the reaction at Royal Rumble was an all-time reaction. But to get another all-time reaction on Friday, a regular SmackDown, like, we're still 2 months till WrestleMania, and a reaction that loud, it has to happen. So we still have 2 weeks till Elimination Chamber. With how the crowd reacted, they have to. They just have to find a way to make this match for the Universal Championship. I don't know how they do it or how they can do it, but they need to. Let's be honest. We've seen the post, we've seen what the fans are craving. I feel like Cody should win the black WWE championship, like the straight up regular championship. I feel like Cody should win that one and turn it back into the classic championship belt. A lot of fans have grown old of. I have personally, I love the current championships. I know I'm one of the rare few that actually think they look awesome, look like clean, badass. Like they're minimalistic, sure, but I love it though. Like I love how big the W is. Like I don't know, it looks awesome to me. Um, but yeah, no, everyone is asking for a change of the championships, and I feel like that's that saying, "Have your cake and eat it too." I feel like they can give Sammy the Universal Championship, keep that design, keep it blue or red, whichever brand he's on. Shit, maybe even do what we've seen some mock-ups do, half red, half blue. That would be fucking amazing. That would be sick as hell. They should do that with the Universal Championship and let Cody, when he inevitably wins, change it back to the throwback old school belt. I feel like that makes everyone happy. And of course, I'm also one of the few people. I'm not ready for Roman's championship reign to end. I wouldn't be mad with it going to SummerSlam or so, but I do know he wants to slow it down. He has a family. He wants to, spend more time with them. So logistically and realistically, the road is going to end. But honestly, I feel like it should be split into two different paths. They need a champion on two different shows. I saw a sign in the crowd, Raw deserves a champion. Sure, they've got the United States champion, but they need a main championship also. And I know they rarely do, babyface champions as both, but I feel like this is a rare case where there's two separate amazing stories being told. And I feel like they both each deserve a title. Like I was able to fully experience Kofi-Mania. That was an amazing ride. Kofi deserved it. I love how they built up the story. That one they only built over, like two months or so, I believe. But this one has been multiple months. The story has so many threads connected, intertwined. I don't know. I feel like they have to listen to the fans on this one. I know it's fucking insane, but they have to have something in the story to where it works out for Sammy, whether that be Kevin Owens or Jey Uso, somehow interfere, kind of like how Roman's been keeping the championship. He's had someone, throw a wild card. I feel like they need to go the opposite way. Yeah, I don't know how they'll say it or how they'll pull it off, but they need to. They need to make it for one of the championships. at Elimination Chamber. Um, I'm I'm kind of I kind of do loathe the fact that they went to the undisputed route. I mean, I'm sure it was kind of partially influenced by the UFC and boxing because they do that pretty frequently. There'll be an interim champion, and then they'll have two champions fight and win like an undisputed belt. I know that was kind of the thought process, to kind of elevate it a little. But I don't know. I feel like it is that perfect opportunity, that perfect time to split them back up and for the fans to get, honestly, that would be an all-time reaction. Because most fans who keep an eye on the wrestling news or even have common sense, Cody's winning at WrestleMania. When he faces Roman, he's winning hands down. I see absolutely no way that he doesn't win. So I don't know. I just feel like it's the right time to pull that trigger to separate the titles, to give, especially in Canada. I don't know. I don't know if anything would ever top that. I feel like maybe the Wrestlemania Daniel Bryan win would possibly be the only championship reaction louder than that, but it would be immediate top 3 in crowd reactions. If that happened, they need to pull the trigger. They need to do it. I was, I have a friend I always talk wrestling with. He's like, man, I don't know, Sami, I don't see it. Like they might do it, but I don't see that. I don't see that happening. I was in agreement with them until the Royal Rumble happened, until last night happened. Once last night happened, the reaction to that spear was insane. Like this, it's just the perfect part in the story to do this to. I'm excited. I truly can't wait to see what happens. There's still the Jay question that needs to be answered. What's going to be his part in this? I know some people are kind of thinking, oh, it's a swerve and Jay's actually still going to be behind Roman. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. It could be exactly what it looks like. There's so many ways this story can go. And I would just love if they pull another Yes Movement Kofi-Mania and pull the trigger in 2 weeks on Sami Zayn. It would be one of the craziest, most unpredictable moments in wrestling history. I feel like they need to do it. What do you think? Let me know. Should they pull the trigger on this story, pull the trigger on Sami? Do you think it's an immediate loss? Like, do you think, they'll figure out some way to get to get the bloodline involved, Solo and Jimmy, or I don't know. I don't want to. I can't predict it, man. I really don't know. All I know is what I feel like should happen. It's an insane story. Honestly, right now, as I'm talking about it, I can't think of any other story I've ever enjoyed more than this in WWE. With this long of a payoff, I can't think of it. I can't think of one right now. It has been hitting on all cylinders. As I mentioned in my previous video, first it was the comedy. No, first it was drama when it was just the Usos. Then it went to comedy after everything kind of settled in and then Sami got added. And then once again, it's hit that drama aspect. And it's hitting the climax. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. But yeah, my opinion, they should pull the trigger. Let me know.